Okay, you're probably looking at some of these paintings that I've had from students and saying to yourself, how in the world did they draw their face so well? Okay, and one of the beauties of this assignment is the fact that it is your face that you're painting, and I find that students do a lot better if it's their own face as far as trying to keep it clean and straight and all those things that we like about painting. Well, the truth is, this is a painting assignment, not a drawing assignment, so I do take photos of the students. And then we trace the photos and find natural shapes that exist already on the face. I'm not making squares and triangles, but more taking shapes that already exist on the face and then bringing those out. So the first thing that you should probably do is, if you have your circle painting on your board, take that off and tape on a new piece of paper, to a white piece of paper, to your board. Remember, there's a rough side and a smooth side to that. Aren't I amazing? Now, the second thing you need to do, and please set your paper aside. Don't do this on top, because if you do, it's going to ruin it. But on the back of your photo, we're going to do a graphite transfer. And what I want to do is just cover it completely with graphite. All right, one of the things you're going to see is I didn't do the edges because there's really nothing on the edges, and that way I can touch it without getting anything on my fingers. Because if you're not careful, I have kids with brown right in here in the hand because they were doing that. Also, you don't want it to do super light like this. This needs to be solid. It should be completely solid, and that's why it's nice to have my drawing pencils. And do not do this with a mechanical pencil. It would take you 100 years. All right. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tape this to the top of the paper, just the top, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm going to put a piece here, and I'm going to put a piece here like this, and then when I lift it up and look at it, I can see whether I'm doing a good job or not. Now, you can use make sure you sharpen your pencil, but you can use a regular pencil to outline this. I'm going to use a color pencil because so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. Doesn't matter. In fact, I could use my eraser and this would work, and some kids make that mistake of trying to erase something. You want to push pretty hard and come down here, and if I'm looking for natural shapes of the face, then obviously the profile of the face is one of those natural lines that I'm going to draw. I'm going to outline his whole head, and when I do that, can you see the marks right there? What's happening is I push down and that graphite on the back goes through. Usually at this point I have kids go, ooh, like that's amazing. Believe it or not, I did this as a kid. This is not new technology at all. It's old stuff. It's the old school things. Now, the hair. You're going to have to start thinking of the hair as shapes, not individual lines on here. And I'll get to that in a second. Some obvious shapes is like his this light coming down here. It kind of makes a shadow right there. His eyebrow is a good one. There's lots of shapes inside the eyes. I'm just going to simplify it to one little shape like that. Now it's kind of weird to have that shape around that shape, so I might make it 3 shapes, 1 up, 2, and 3. But that's up to you how you want to break that up. I sometimes think that this shadow here is important. Some kids make that round shape. There's a triangle kind of happening right here with the shadow. It's going to try to bring that out. Maybe the lips. You don't have to do the lips and be that dramatic. And I don't know. Can you see there's a shadow right here? A lot of times there's a shadow that's happening like here. Now obviously there's no direct line right there. I'm just kind of imagining. Same with it's darker here than there, but it slowly is graduated thing. And so I'm going to put that on there. And obviously the ear is a shape I want to bring out. And once again, in the ear are dozens of shapes, if not hundreds, if you really look for them. So I'm going to break it up into just 1, 2, 3, maybe like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4 for his ear, okay? And the same with right here, and shape like that. His hair, once again, there's a light spot right here, highlight. So I might just bring that highlight out like this. You don't want any super long shape, so I'm going to kind of end that shape right there. There's a dark shape back here, and then it kind of goes from medium to dark. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And remember, you could go like tiny, 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 but you have to paint all of these. So I don't want you to paint all those. All these shapes in the background with my paintings and stuff, I wouldn't do those. I would, however, do his shoulder. Maybe break that up into a couple different shapes. We've got that little his collar like that. Sometimes you can see the seam of your t-shirt or something like that. And maybe just one shape down here like this. And then I've got my face pretty good. You're going to want to go back over this with a dark line to bring that out. But when you do that, be careful not to, if you're not careful in drawing it the shape that it is, and you just get kind of sloppy with this outlining, you're going to stop looking like you, and it's going to look more like a Muppet or something like that, because all the shapes will be, warped. So that's one of the things you got to be careful about when you're retracing it. I do want shapes in the background, and that can be up to you. Sometimes kids make it like puzzle pieces in the background that kind of match the ones on the face. Sometimes they just, maybe draw a line straight out like that. That's okay. I kind of like a few puzzle pieces, so you could bring a piece like that down, or just you could do that and just kind of have fun with it, kind of mimic some of those lines. That's really up to you. Like I said, you could just do straight line out like that, but you don't want to paint all of that one color, right? And then each one of these is going to be a different color. Each shape is going to be a different color, but we're going to stick with maybe 1 or 2 hues, and that's in the next lesson on how we choose the colors. But this is how we draw the face painting, and I'm going to finish this up. And there we go. Now I'm ready to paint this. I've got some nice shapes. Stay inside the line so that you don't lose the integrity. One of the things I like to grade is if I can still see the face by the end of the painting, because you've been really nice in staying inside the lines, then you'll do the best. Okay? Enjoy.